Everyone, this is Chantay, aka Shantizi on Twitter and Instagram, or just simply Chantay Berry. I am here with a week in review. I guess it's the week in review that I have of my analysis. I normally go live on here every night, but I did a week in review on Instagram. So I'm here with my daily spiel. So I am going to get into COVID-19, and then I'm just going to break into all the headlines that have went on today. So here we are. I'm only going to focus on the global total number, the U.S. total number and death toll, and the states here. So globally, we have 34,495,372 cases of COVID-19. Our death toll is at 1,026,646. The cases here in the U.S. is at 331,241. So that's 7,331,241, also known as 7.3. Our death toll here is at 208,691. According to New York Times COVID map, you have California at 827,959, followed by Texas at 793,645, Florida 711,796, New York 466,353, Georgia 304,406, Illinois 301,540, Arizona 219,778, North Carolina 215,026, New Jersey 416, and then you have Tennessee that rounds up that top 10 at 195,680. And of course, y'all know we ain't got no national plan. I'm gonna just keep that real. I say that every night, but until there's one, I'm gonna say there's none. But guess who has COVID-19, folks? The news break last night. Lay weeds out of the night. Some of y'all was in the bed. I guess I was slightly in the bed. And then I saw that. I was like, ooh, no wonder why his ass is self-quarantining. That's coronavirus. I know people's like, oh, Chantay, he don't have no coronavirus. Yes, the fuck he does have coronavirus. If he has not set any erratic tweets today, and if he did not appear on camera most of the day, your mans have coronavirus. He has the virus. Him and Melania. He did a small little video today before he was transported to Walter Reed, even though he had a therapeutic cocktail, whatever it was. Y'all know that's serious if he got to go to Walter Reed. Because keep in mind, Donald Trump is 74 years old. He's a senior citizen. He has, like Dr. Hilton said on Roland Martin Unfiltered, he has free health care. Like that does have free health care. But he wants to take away people's health care away. That includes mine. I put an Amy Coney Barrett on that bench. But I'm pretty sure he's going to rethink of taking people's fucking health care away. Know why you have the ACA code? You need to resend that shit because now you got coronavirus. And this is the first day of the October surprise. Because we got more October surprises coming our way. It's going to come like nitro. But I think one of his aides talked that shit today. McEnany about this whole entire virus. And about him having the virus. So here we are. I think this is one of them clips. I'm not quite as sure. This is it. And now Kayleigh McEnany wears a mask because she wasn't wearing a mask neither.
I'm not going to get in exactly what type of test, but as soon as he was assured that he indeed tested positive for COVID-19, within an hour, we put out that information to the American people.
Were you talking about daily on his health? What were they?
I'm not going to get into the president's symptoms exactly. He's had mild symptoms, but he is hard at work. We're having to slow him down a little bit. He's been on the phone with Senator McConnell, Senator Lindsey Graham, been on the phone with Chief of Staff Mark Meadows talking about emergency declarations for states as well as stimulus. So he's hard at work despite the mild symptoms. Jonathan.
Staff got here earlier and said that the White House learned that most people tested positive before the president departed for business or for a fundraiser. Why would he still go? Knowing that the positive, who he had contact with?
It was deemed safe for the president to go. He socially distanced. It was an outdoor event, and it was deemed safe by White House operations for him to attend that event. No, I did not know when I briefed that Hope Hicks was positive. I've seen some inaccurate reporting. I encourage you to ask the question before you report because I had no awareness of Hope. No, not you, but I'm saying others who reported it falsely. I had no knowledge of Hope Hicks' positive test before the briefing.
Wearing a mask indoors from now on?
Who exactly assessed that it was safe for the president, even though he knew he had a COVID, to travel to New Jersey? He was a Marine One, small base, Air Force One on that fundraiser. Who made that assessment?
White House operations made the assessment it was safe for the president in consultation with others. Thank you guys so much.
The spin of all spinners who have been spinning shit before she was hired as his White House press secretary, Kayleigh McEnany. And yeah, Queen Lion, he was in close proximity, Pence. It's all that whole White House is COVID fucking infested. Obama did more before breakfast. What do you mean? But yeah. It was deemed safe for him to go to New Jersey. What kind of fucking White House physician or consultation person told his fucking ass it was okay to do that? If he was sick and knew he was sick, could have stayed his ass in his bunker. He went to the debates on Tuesday, did not take a test at all. He was in close proximity of so many people within the last week and a half. He met with Amy Coney Barrett last Saturday. Did more work? Oh, yeah, that is true. He did more work. I didn't know what you mean by your stuff, but thank you for clearing it up. But Donald Trump damn sure was in everybody's face. He was in her face, and keep in mind, they all did not have no mask on, and you know they were all closed. When he talked, I'm pretty sure there's droplets and hot, nasty breath that come out of his mouth. Seriously, like dead ass. Your man is out here holding super spreading rallies, not listening to your White House officials like Dr. Fauci, Dr. Birx, and even Dr. Redingfield. Dr. Redingfield's like, oh my God, like he look like he's stressed and muzzled and got muzzled. Dr. Fauci has been shunned from shit because Dr. Fauci disagrees with him every other time. And Dr. Birx looks scared as shit. Look like she about to poop her fucking dress or pants, whatever she's in. Because that's how fucking scared he got them all. Keep in mind, Donald Trump is a pussy ass bitch. And yes, he does got dragon breath. His breath look like it stink. They look like they all eat shit and their breath just smell like shit. They're the super spreaders. And his kids on Tuesday, they arrived late. According to Chris Wallace, they arrived late. That they didn't even take the test. Chris Wallace said, when I arrived on Monday, I took the damn test. Joe Biden had to go get a test because he was in a proximity, not all in his face, but he was 6 feet apart from Donald Trump. Him and Jill tested negative. Well, Joe Biden always played it safe when it came to, COVID-19. He ain't fucking around with that shit at all. He was the one that alarmed the country about COVID. Let's play that clip. You know, you gotta come with the they say receipts in the hood. I say with the documentation, the proof. I think one of these things is where is that? Because he warned us in January. Well, that quote is not there, but this is another thing that he said about COVID-19.
New York
And he has a
if you have
plan.
power meter like this on the side of your house, you can qualify to erase your energy bill.
My fellow Americans, today across the nation, many of us are feeling anxious about the spread of the COVID-19, known as the coronavirus. Or have been in contact with an infected person. This is going to require a national response, not just from our elected leaders or our public health officials, but from all of us. Yesterday, we announced a public health advisory committee of experts who will continue to counsel my campaign and me, help guide our decisions on the steps to minimize further risks. And we will lead by science. The World Health Organization now has officially declared COVID-19 a pandemic. Downplaying it, being overly dismissive, or spreading misinformation is only going to hurt us and further advantage the spread of the disease. Let me be crystal clear. The coronavirus does not have a political affiliation. It will infect Republicans, Independents, and Democrats alike. It will not discriminate based on national origin, race, gender, or zip code. It will touch people in positions of power as well as most vulnerable in our society. And it will not stop. Banning all travel from Europe or any other part of the world may slow it, but as we've seen, it will not stop it. And travel restrictions based on favoritism and politics rather than risk will be counterproductive. We have to harness.
Joe Biden said it. Joe Biden even got a whole ass plan on the website, him and Harris, for COVID-19. Like, it's so much. It's just like, this is a lot of reading, but it's informative. Like, he wants to give $30 billion to the schools alone so they can have things in place to tackle COVID-19 and to make sure that they have everything in place when they reopen. But of course, you know, when you have assholes like Donald Trump and Mitch McConnell trying to skim that process and skim the budget and cut it in half, but why? I know people have humor in this. I know people are like laughing, and that's fine. I can't tell you how to feel. Even though, like, as much as I don't like him, because I detest Donald Trump the most. I live in New York, born and raised in New York. Donald Trump was a whole entire asshole. Him and his whole entire family. They were. They acted like they were better than motherfuckers when they were the bottom of the barrel trash. They were nowhere near the Rockefellers and the Vanderbilts. They were nothing like them. Not even like Bloomberg. And I hate Bloomberg, and I can't stand him. However, you don't want to wish death on people. This should be a lesson for Donald Trump, for Melania, and all these other stupid ass Republicans who keep downplaying this fucking virus because they still doing the shit. They out here. Chaos agents out here. I got a couple of stuff that I want to read. And I'm about to get to it. So I'm about to get into Deanna Lorraine. She was a former candidate in California running against Nancy Pelosi. But yeah, she ain't shit. We enlightened the country about Donald Trump. You know what happened? People still didn't fucking listen. That's what the fuck happened. People still went and voted for Trump because they couldn't stand Hillary. And Hillary was right about a lot of shit too. Because she lived here and she still lives here. And she be in the city more than God knows. She more well respected in the city than Donald Trump is. Let's get that corrected. So here goes Deanna Lorraine. Does anyone else find it odd that no prominent Democrat has the virus, but on the list of Republicans goes on and on? And then she talks about the Messiah of the left. I think she criticizes Dr. Fauci.
An outbreak. Wearing a mask might make people feel a little bit better, and it might even block a drop.
And then she also says some other dumb shit too. She's saying his report that Jill tested negative. She said something doesn't add up. She's a conspiracy theorist. She said, if you hate Donald Trump, you hate America. This is the same woman that was going to run for Nancy Pelosi's seat, that was going to outseat Nancy Pelosi. She's like a fucking QAnon bitch. No. And no. Not happening, boo. You will never grace the White House with that rhetoric. And I should take pictures of all of them, which I'm going to do at the end of this. But she's one Republican that also criticized Dr. Fauci. And then another one is Desan DeSouza, whatever his name is. There's a silver lining. When Trump is out of this, he'll be immune from COVID-19 and stronger than ever. My suggestion motto for him is going forward, no more Mr. Nice Guy. So you got conservatives out here, these Trumpers out here. Some of these Trumpers, not the real conservatives, but some of these Trump conservatives out here still fucking with the shits. They still with the shit of denying COVID-19. And then you got Angela Stanton King, who's running for John Lewis's seat. So Trump and Melania she spelled Melanie, it's actually Melania, stupid bitch. Got it, but Joe Biden didn't. You know why? Because Joe Biden stayed the fuck away from people. He don't come in close proximity without a mask on. Like every other person. And yes, Paul, I hate Trump's America too. I hate it so much. I told people, a fellow New Yorker, tell other New Yorkers, we said it. No. We did not vote for him. New Jersey did not vote for him. And Southern Connecticut, the state of Connecticut didn't vote for him. Because we all know how he is. And the virus may stay with him for quite a while. He might catch something else from the virus. You do catch other respiratory and other complications too. I hope he's not on dialysis. because he's on that slow trajectory. He might have diabetes from it. He might get hypertension. Who knows? Who knows? But he done fucked up. He fucked up. And then Kellyanne Conway, you found out that she has COVID-19 too. She has COVID. Right there. These people are crazy. These people, they still with their shit. But I'm going to wrap this up because I think I spent a little bit too much time on them. I wish them all a speedy recovery. But I hope when that dumbass come from Walter Reed Hospital, which he has not, still gave power to Mike Pence, which I don't understand why, but I really don't care at this point. I just hope that he will pass that HEROES Act, get Mitch McConnell to do that, but they're not going to do that because he will never exude the level of class. He will never have the class that Governor Andrew Cuomo, my governor, former presidential candidate Secretary Hillary Clinton, and former President Bill Clinton, those two, former President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama, and Vice Presidential candidate Kamala Harris, and Democrat presidential candidate Joe Biden. They all wished his ass well. He will never exude the class that they have. Never, ever, ever, ever. And I say that wholeheartedly. He is. But you know what, Paul? They say, well, the regular people, karma's a bitch. I said God don't like ugly. And what you do to people when you attack people, especially when you attack people's kids, dead and alive, because that's what he did. They said, well, he didn't attack Bo. Well, he mentioned Bo's name saying he didn't know Bo. That's a disrespect. Because Bo Biden was revered on both sides of the aisle. But it will hit you. And not just hit you, it will hit your family members. They always say that. It comes back tenfold. What you do unto me will be cast on you tenfold. If I got that saying right. But I'm going to end this. That's why we need to go vote. Biden and Harris all the way. And I was always a supporter of Kamala Harris. But now that she's on this ticket, I'm going to go gun-ho. I've been donating mostly than volunteering because I don't have the time because of school and possibly going to be work soon. But I'd still donate. And I'm still waiting on my merchandise. But vote. Down ballot as well. And I will stay good. Thank you, Paul. I will stay good. I'll do my best that I don't punch nobody in their face. But I'll stay good. But do your research on candidates if you don't know them, like President Obama said today. That resonated with me. So until then, I'll see you probably tomorrow night. Have a good one.